Yesterday, the People's President Robert Chagulanyi Bobi Wine was in United States of America, and he got a proclamation by the Massachusetts mayor. Proclamation means that they give you a honor for being outstanding in certain sectors. And Bobi Wine was given this for fighting for freedom back in Uganda. Let me first play you the video when this was happening. Here's the tape.
You have been beaten. You came over there to see your people. That's correct. And you are an honorable man, sir, and I'm very proud to be here. Token of appreciation from the city of Waltham. City of Waltham, Massachusetts official proclamation. Be it hereby proclaimed that I, Jeanette McCarthy, mayor of the city of Waltham, extend my congratulations and best wishes to Bobi Wine. In recognition of your courage, your perseverance, and outstanding leadership for the people of Uganda, both at home and in the United States. Given this 10th day of August 2025, Waltham, Massachusetts, Jeanette McCarthy, Mayor, with the Great Seal of the City of Waltham. So someday you're going to come back here, you know what I mean? And you're going to come, we'll give you a parade in Waltham. But until then, it's very important we pray, we work for this man who believes in you. And you know, good always triumphs over evil.
Thank you so much. If you can give me a song.
That's Bobi Wine when he was getting a proclamation. A proclamation is like an honor for you doing something. So most people may look at it as inconsequential, but it is a value when it comes to the fighting for freedom. For example, when they recognize the efforts of Bobi Wine, it's not something in futility. It adds some value. It shows that the outside world is looking at Uganda. Secondly, I must also give it to Bobi Wine. For a long period of time, the diaspora community has not been galvanized. The diaspora community plays a greater role when it comes to the revolution and change in the country. Okay? Even guerrilla wars, MUSEVENI had a full diaspora community headed by Mama Mbabazi to bring support, but also to show the plight of Ugandans to the outside world. You know, General MUSEVENI knows how to play PR. He may want to just fight you in Uganda, but when you take the battle outside, it's a plus. It's the reason why one of the biggest challenges General MUSEVENI is facing is the international community, because Bobi Wine is, I can give him 70% on that when it comes to diaspora, because for a long period of time the diaspora has not been involved, okay, in the pulse of our nation, and Bobi Wine is doing a great job. As distractors, mostly those who don't want change come out to say that he's outside the country enjoying. There is a visible job that is being done. The second story of the day, during this ceremony also, the First Lady, Bobi Chagulanyi came out and talked about issues affecting Uganda. He attacked specifically the healthcare sector. The health sector in Uganda, by the way, is not good. Even government officials run to neighboring countries like Kenya. What pains me more is if a government official can run in Aga Khan and Nairobi Hospital, which by the Kenya and Uganda, they don't have a lot of difference. What Kenya can do, Uganda can do at least. But we continue going to our neighboring countries. By the way, the Kenyan health sector has been going up for a very long period of time because of devolution. Devolution has really helped. Okay? But in Uganda, things are bad. In fact, Bobi Chagulanyi said these statements. Here's the tape.
We have a dictatorship that has consolidated themselves in power through patriotism. patronage, through well-choreographed corruption, through military rule, and they have been there 40 long years. I'll begin with how they're doing the patronage. They grab the whole country's budget, and what they do is share it among different people who only support the government. This money is drained from public service, this money is drained from the schools, this money is withdrawn from the hospitals, the money is withdrawn from the roads, and the money is used for patronage. Sente zino za kugulirira buwagizi. Amasomero tegazimbibwa, amalwaliro tegazimbibwa, amakubo tegazimbibwa. Kale katugende mu malwaliro. Unatandikire Western Uganda gyenva. Let me begin with the western part of Uganda. Barara Hospital is a referral hospital.
So that is Bobi Kyagulanyi. I think before I continue with this video, I want to be fair that he has learned public speaking because of the background in the entertainment industry. But of course, being a wife to a person who wants to be the president, you must know some power dynamics, because in different countries, being a first lady is an office with some duties. Leave alone this dictatorship. Being a first lady is an office budgeted for in the constitution with some duties. You cannot be a spouse to the president without doing nothing. So Bobi Kyagulanyi has some ideas about governance. I don't care if he made research, but of course he's a wise lady, he can make research. But of course, if it's the first lady office, there are also some handlers. So if he comes out to speak about these issues, it shows the prowess of Bobi Wine and his wife. Let's continue with the video.
Hospital hosts about 120 women, pregnant women, every day, on a daily basis. The doctors are supposed to look at and treat 120 pregnant women. 20 women give birth every day in the hospital of Mbarara. Now, when they come to the hospital, you know, you have to wait. You know your waiting room? You know where you go, then they give you a bed to wait a bit as the doctor comes. They have about 6 waiting. The beds they give you, about 6 beds. Remember, they hosted 20 women, but there is only how many? 6 beds. Kati waliwo wano ogenda okuzaalira oyidde bakugambye otuuse okusindika. They have only 4 beds. But the referral hospital has 4 beds in the maternity ward for the women who are actively delivering. Now, Kamutande, obeere ng'oli wa C-section. Nga weetaaga okugenda mu theatre. C-section, they have 2 beds. 2 beds in the theatre. Now, in the theatre, mulina abasawo bangi kino kibango ekiri wano kyebateekamu omulemawo ng'okwenda kuzaala mu theatre kyebateekamu kibango ekyo bakiyita batya?
So you clearly see her describing the health sector. Truth be told, there must be a paradigm shift in our health sector. I recently visited Chirudu not like 2 months ago when my mother was sick. Doctors are there, but there are poor working conditions. And by the Chirudu is not a big hospital, a small hospital. Such hospitals must be one in each and every division. Chirudu and this thing of Kawempe, where mothers go to produce. There must be such hospitals in each and every division. You cannot tell me that the whole Kampala of almost 5 million people goes to those hospitals. Okay? So, Bobi Kyagulanyi was explaining the conditions of our health sector. Let's continue.
They do not have a bar, a theatre bar. To put them waiting, jukira waliwo abakafunye kulinda. tutuuse mugenda mulebawod otuuka mulebawod toyinaawo kitanda otuuse okugenda musiza otuuseeyo naye ebitanda biri kale ofuna ekitanda katonda akuyambe naye n'omusawo agenda okusala talaba. There is no God. Okay, bakozeseza obutaala bw'essimu n'ozaala. There is no drip, there is no drip stand, there is no bed for you to sleep on. That is Western Uganda where MUSEVENI and his wife and his whole family comes from. Me too. That's where they come from.
So that is BOBI Kyagulanyi. So I liked her prowess, I liked how he explained about the health sector. But also I think it is time for Ugandans to understand that change is a very good thing for any country. Because whenever there is change, at least a president would want to do something better. And if he fails in the first term, you have a chance to change him before it gets worse. Whenever a person stays long in power, there is some security and maybe not working out because he knows that he will be president for as long as he wants because of coercion, because of beating, because of undemocratic tendencies. Change is the best thing. The people who thought about the 2-term limits were wise. That if a person does well in the first time, you have a chance you give him another chance in the second term. If he does well, maybe you've lost a good leader. But also, if someone does bad in the first term, you have a chance to change him before he gets the second term. And if he does bad, you have a chance to change him. That was the point behind. Okay, so the health sector in Uganda is so very bad. But all in all, I look at the speech which was made by BOBI Kyagulanyi. It was top notch. He has learned even more to talk about public speech, but also to talk about things which are happening in the country. Of course, that's my opinion. I remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Sulaiman Mawagali, the next MP for Makindi East constituency. I will see you on another one. Peace.
Yes, Sulaiman Mawagali. I am putting in my request to fly the NUP flag high in Makindi East constituency, so that I can represent the great people of Makindi East. Nkomyewo omulundi ogwokubiri n'obwongo nga bwesera nga busera ebiwandiiko byange mbirese bibino.